first things first, how's everybody doing? It's been, I think, about a week now with the Core 4. How's everybody kind of feeling? How does everybody feel about the people that you guys trialed with? How are we feeling overall? I guess Alex kind of wants to know how everybody's feeling, and we'll talk more about Alex here in a little bit. But Alex kind of wants to know how everybody's feeling right now.
I'm chilling. It's kind of quiet in here.
Yep,
Airball.
Zap.
Yeah.
Yep, Zap.
Zav,
Zap.
Judah, anyone want to speak?
Greg?
I hear some crickets right now.
No, for real though. Like actually hear them outside. Yo, how do you have soundboard, bro? I can't even use a soundboard.
Because I'm a mod on the server.
Lucky guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Judah,
read
you've
that
been
role.
fired.
Head director, SFX Esports. Like,
I guess, man. Yo, Mario, where are you at, bro?
Listen, we haven't played with the Core 4 for like
Yeah.
every
Mm.
game.
Shit,
so
bro. I might
don't
be the
really
new
have
Core
an answer.
4. Because what the fuck?
Like JD has played damn near every game.
W sub.
So,
You won't get this much
all
longer.
so all Alex is looking for is just kind of how everybody feels because he knows it's been kind of a rocky road. I know it's been kind of a rocky road. Him and I have been kind of chatting back and forth. I just want to make sure, and he just wants to make sure, how everyone kind of feels about each other at the moment, and how they feel about kind of, the team. Obviously, Nathan has been doing a lot of the handling for the most part because of Alex's situation. But Alex has been very eager to come back because he's got lots of great ideas and lots of playbooks that he wants to kind of get started with and go over with this team. And so it's been kind of a hiatus. And unfortunately, it kind of happened at a very terrible time. And to me and to him, we want to apologize for that in a sense because it's been difficult to have proper coaching, especially with Alex, who's got a lot of years under his belt in that area. So he looks really forward to coming back. He is scheduled to fly back this Thursday if all goes well. And so I don't know what his decision will be to either start that weekend or just the following week. So essentially the first week of May. But he's been kind of ramping on me about how excited he is to come back and how he feels terribly bad about everything that's been going on and he wish he could be here. He has been kind of checking in and kind of monitoring everything that's been going on the past 2 weeks or so. And so that's kind of what we're going to evaluate a little bit. So, um, hopefully by tomorrow, you guys will have 5. Obviously, there's some other internal things that I'm going to need to talk to these 2 individuals with. But
Man.
as long as everyone is comfortable and is, all right for now, then that's all that matters. The biggest thing with Alex is, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Alex. So Alex holds very high expectations. He tells his players what he wants, and he doesn't really settle for less. So he has expectations that he wants his players to follow. So I'm sure all of you saw the calendar I sent out. So that calendar is only temporary for May. So that was requested by Alex to have sent out just until he gets back. So when Alex comes back, he might adjust that schedule. But if you guys take a look at that calendar, that's kind of ideally kind of the planogram this team will be looking at. So you'll have a couple days of scrims, you'll have some playbook discussions and write-ins, and you'll have VOD reviews. So we need to make sure that we're still recording our scrims because not only does Alex need uh, the VODs so he can evaluate everybody, the performance director that I'm trialing also needs to have material to work off of too. So then that way he knows what each individual player needs to work on, and then he can get with those each individual players as well. Because I want an individual performance director for each player. That way there's some personal one-on-one with each player as well. So that's why we need to make sure we're recording. Alex has been stressing that a lot, so we need to make sure. And if that hasn't been getting done, I've already sent messages out. That needs to start. So I don't care who records it, but there needs to be a recording for scrims. That way there's material for those days that you guys have those practices. Um, I know, but let me backtrack a little bit. I know Nova said earlier in the week that he wanted everybody here 15 minutes prior to scrims. Now, Alex has stated that he wants everybody here 30 minutes prior to scrims. Now, that might change once he kind of, talks with everybody and kind of gets a groove for everybody, but that is kind of the expectation that he has. He felt that it was a little embarrassing that he had the trial players when people were trialing 15 to 30 minutes early in VC before the actual roster. He was kind of very disappointed in that. So he wants to stress that his core roster should lead by example, and everybody should be on time when he requests people to be on time. If you can't be here on time for whatever reason, then communication is the biggest thing. So he expects people to communicate with him and tell him reasons why they're going to be late or why they can't be here, etc. Stuff like that. Once he's here, obviously you guys will go to him more than me, because then I'll become irrelevant to you guys. But I've been just kind of assisting here and there for him. So he wants to make it prominent that these expectations that he has laid out need to be followed and they need to be respected. So going along the lines of the respect rule, he wants everybody to respect each other. He wants not only you guys to respect yourselves and humble yourselves, but respect your coaches, your managers, and your players as well. And that's vice versa for everybody. So that goes for coaches and managers as well. That goes for me and everybody else on the management team. He feels like lately this week there's been a very lack of discipline, of self-respect to everybody, and he's very kind of disappointed in that. So let's continue to work on respecting each other and respecting everybody's time. If there's an issue, just go to Alex. Message Alex. At this point, you should just message Alex, because Alex is going to be your back here. He's your head coach. Nathan's your assistant, essentially. So just get in the habit of messaging Alex and Nathan again with any issues. Don't come to me, because if you come to me, then I just send it to them. So just go to them, please. Nova, you really shouldn't be messaging Nova about anything player-wise. Nova doesn't really need to interact with you guys for any sort of form besides Nathan and any other directors of the sort. So players, you really should just be contacting with Alex and Nathan. Does anybody have any questions so far about what I've discussed? And everything I'm talking about right now is kind of based off what Alex and I have discussed and have talked about in the past couple of days. So a lot of this has to do about his kind of perspective of things. So do we have any questions so far?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So this is leading to my last kind of topic that we talked about. So after every scrims, or even during playbook sessions or VOD reviews, he has seen and has observed that there is a lack of participation. Everybody's really quiet, as you guys are proving to me right now. Everybody's very quiet. Everybody's very silent. People like Lack and people like Judah, I feel like you guys would have a better experience and understanding of kind of the expectation for kind of the participation level in a team setting. Alex just wants to make sure that during post briefs and like pre briefs and any other practices that everybody participates and voices their opinions and thoughts on everything, which I can vouch for. You guys have voiced your opinions through the text chat, and that is okay, but Alex wants to make sure vocally everybody participates, because he's a very vocal person and he likes to share a lot of ideas and he wants everybody to improve as a team and individually. So he just wants to make sure everybody's participating during practice when it's time to talk and discuss about things. He doesn't want to sit here and have the room be quiet and then it's just awkward, because that will frustrate him a little bit. So he wants to make that prominent, that he wants participation from everybody when it is asked for. So please, just if that has been lacking this week in terms of the calls, let's improve that a little bit. I know you guys aren't fully comfortable with each other yet, because it's only been about a week with only the core 4. So obviously that comes with time. So, but Alex would like you guys to continue to work on that as well. Do we have any questions about that at all?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. I think to wrap everything up, Alex is very excited. Alex has a lot. If you guys don't know Alex has quite a few years of strat analytics on some of the major VCT pro teams. He just wants to take a step and put his hand in coaching, and so he's super duper excited to kind of see how he can kind of shape you guys. I think you guys have a lot of potential, and I think he has the ability to give you that potential, especially with all the resources that we have here. And if you're not familiar with the resources, we have a mental health director. You can go to her at any point. Her job is to kind of talk things through with you if you're going through something, or if you just personally want to talk to somebody about some issues you're going through or whatnot. She's there for you. That's her job, so you're free to message her. Otherwise, she'll set up things on her own for things that she wants to do, like event wise or whatnot. But otherwise, she's a free resource to you guys if you need to use her. Kuro is going to eventually be your operations director. She will be the one that schedules scrims and everything. So that transition is going to take a while because Nova's got to coach and train her a little bit. But once that transition is done, Nova will notify the respected people about that transition, and then Kuro will be the gal who manages your scrims and all of that fun jazz. So that's going to be a big change that's going to happen here. Probably maybe in the next month or two or so. Excuse me. Alex has a lot of background in coaching and analytics for strats and planning. He's very passionate about planning strats and doing team comps and all that stuff. So he looks forward to working with you guys and building that stuff and getting you guys to that upper level. I'm going to make this prominent here too. Alex knows what he wants. Like I said before, his goal here with this team, and essentially my goal as well, is he does not want to be stuck in the tier 3 trial loop like we've kind of been in the past 2 weeks. So hopefully we'll be done with that by tomorrow. His goal is to get you guys out of tier 3, and with the changes coming in 2027, with kind of how tournaments and open stuff is going to work, that leaves a lot of opportunities. So he wants to eventually take whoever's on this team to VCL, and potentially, whether it's the same in like 10 years or so, VCT, it just depends who's on the roster or whatnot. Him and I are going to do our best to make sure we can give all the resources and to make that stuff happen, but he wants to have dedicated, committed, passionate players on this team in order for that to happen. So everybody has to be committed, dedicated, and willing to change, be coachable, learn, put in some work when you're able to, and really steady the game, because that's his goal and that's his passion. So I want you guys to know that those are his intentions, and so you guys just need to be ready to come to practice, ready to work, because he's gonna work you. So yeah, any questions on that? Any questions about Alex? I know 3 of you really don't know who he is, but he's a really awesome dude, and I'm really excited to see some of his examples and some of his project works that he's got for you guys. So I'm super duper excited for that. But if there aren't any more questions, like I said, that calendar is kind of temporary, so we're gonna go off of that for right now until Alex says so. Otherwise, just keep checking and following up with Nathan to see what's going to happen, because right now we are kind of going on a day-by-day schedule, which is why that calendar was great, because Alex said that's a big no more of that day-by-day. The whole check mark and red X dot thing is ugly. He hates it, so that's going to stop. So we're going to be on a more set schedule, because that's how consistency is built and that's how teams get better and improve. So there's going to be set schedules for everything going forward once kind of his return comes and he gets settled. Do we have any other questions thus far? Nope. Does everybody kind of know the expectation that and the level that it brings when Alex comes back? Because once Alex is back, you won't hear from me very much. You probably won't hear from Nova very much. You will just solely hear from the 3 people, the 2 coaches, and the performance director that I currently have. Those would be the 3 people you hear from the most. So I just want to make sure everybody knows the level of expectation. You all are Immortal players, or soon to be Immortal players. You know the expectation, you know the game, you know the fundamentals, you know how everybody should play in the team setting. This isn't casual ranked. Everything's more methodical, as you know. It's not pro VCT level, but it is more methodical. So everyone needs to kind of dial and switch gears a little bit and realize that this is a different setting and everyone has to think differently. So let's make sure we're in that mindset every time we come to practice, and then hopefully that'll make Alex a little bit happier. Zav, I can hear everything in your background. So that's just the level of expectation. I know this is a new org. I know it seems kind of loosey goosey smoothie, but I promise you, once Alex is here, things are gonna really tighten up, and there's gonna be guidelines. There's gonna be expectations. There's gonna be consequences for things if things don't go the way he wants it to, or if things consistently happen with players. He'll kick players. He'll replace players when he needs to. If he doesn't see improvement in certain players, he's gonna kick you. He has my 100% guarantee. He can do whatever the heck he wants to this team. So if he doesn't like something from somebody, he'll replace you or swap you or do whatever. He knows what he wants. So if you want to stay on this team and show him what you can do, then show him what you got, please. And there won't be any issues. I'm not really trying to sound threatening, and maybe to some extent it is kind of threatening, but Alex is just a very passionate person. He's very passionate, just like some of you are. Lax shows the passion. Judah shows the passion. There's some new players who are new to the scene that are doing their best to show passion. Alex is just very passionate. So he just expresses it that way. So just come ready for Alex's return and work your butts off, because everybody has goals here to play in open tournaments, win cash, and do all that, and then eventually get paid by me, moi, the org owner. Wow, I said that wrong. Org owner. So work for it and let's make it happen. So with that, that's all I have left for you guys. That's pretty much everything Alex has to say. Keep working on everything. Let's be more talkative. Let's be more vocal about our ideas and some of our thoughts and stuff like that. That way we don't have issues down the road. But Alex is looking forward to meeting all you guys, and he's looking forward to getting to work. So hopefully the end of the week into next week, we should be back on track. So with that being said, I have nothing else for you guys. If you have any ending comments, now is the time to share it with anybody. Otherwise, if nobody has anything, you are free to leave. Everybody have a good night, and just watch out for your next practice day. So.
Doodles. Have a good night. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone. If there's is nothing else.
All right, I'll be leaving too. Nah, I'm kidding. Almost got you.